Namaste friends, welcome to my channel. My name's Candace and today I have a nice quick flow which is going to be great just for warming up the body. They almost sound salutations, not the traditional style of sun salutation, but it's going along those lines. So it's going to be great just for waking up your body, maybe good in the mornings. It'll also be great if you're just so strapped for time but you want to still get your body moving. It's going to not be too intense, so any level can join, whether you're beginner, intermediate, wherever you are in your practice. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and also to click the bell button. The bell button helps you to be updated whenever I put up a new video, which is almost every Thursday. So I really hope you continue to enjoy the channel. All right, guys, without further ado, we'll begin. So we're going to start off in a kneeling position. Close your eyes, shoulders back and down. Extend your hands out to the side, lock the elbows. Hug your belly button back. Bring your fingertips so they just about touch the ground, and you'll start to feel an elongation through the spine and the neck. Already stretching through both sides of the neck, especially if you're very tense. Drop your head over to the left. Make sure your elbows are locked, getting deep into that stretch. Breathe deep and keep a deep breath in and out of the nostrils throughout today's class. Start to drop the head just slightly down and then rolling it to the chest, taking it over to the other side. Feeling that stretch now on the left. Big inhales and exhales. Now drop the head slightly, but still bending to the right. And then chin to chest. Look down towards the chest, feeling a little stretch at the back of the shoulders. Lifting the head back up. Inhale, arms to the sky, look up. Take a little back bend here. Left hand over to the left side of the mat and just reach your right arm up and over the ear, taking a side body stretch through the right side. And then take it over to the right, stretch through the left. Just once more on both sides, back to the left and back to the right. Come on forward onto all fours, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, arch, tucking the chin and the tailbone. 3 more, just like that. Inhale, arch. Exhale, tucking the chin and the tailbone, arch your spine. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, arch. Rotate your fingertips so they face your knees. Thumbs on the outside edges of your hands, start to bend the elbows. Hug your belly button back and you'll already feel a stretch here at the back of the arms. If you want to, you can start to come back a little bit and then rock forwards. Take this very slow and very gentle. We don't want to end up pulling any ligaments, but just warming up through the hands. Now take the fingertips to face away from each other, thumbs face the top of the mat, and rock from side to side. And then face the hands forward, back in your tabletop position, and start to find some rolls, some circles with the body. Coming forwards over the wrists, and then coming back. Take one more circle in this direction, And then we're going to circle in the opposite direction, just warming up through the wrists. Okay, reach the hands forward, sending the hips up to the sky for our first downward facing dog. Now don't worry if your heels don't touch the mat, this may come with time. The important thing is to hug your belly button back, look between the legs, externally rotate the shoulder blades, so your armpits are almost looking at each other. That's physically impossible, but that's the action you're aiming for. And your knees are slightly internally rotated. Hands and feet are around shoulder and hip distance. 3 deep breaths just like this. Imagine somebody's pulling your tailbone up to the sky on a piece of string, keeping long and straight through the spine. Starting to walk the feet forwards to between your hands. When you get there, just hang heavy in ragdoll. Take a grip of each elbow and hang above the legs, nice and heavy. You can keep your legs as bent as you need to, or you can keep them straight depending on your flexibility. Releasing the grip of the elbows, take your hands to your shins and look forward. Exhale, fold. See if you can go a little deeper. Now roll your spine all the way to standing. Inhale, the hands to the sky, look up. And then start to fold at the hips, folding all the way forwards once again. Plant your hands shoulder distance, step the left leg back. And just taking a little rock here, this is your runner's lunge. From your runner's lunge, step back into plank. Tuck your tailbone, squeeze your glutes, hug your belly button back to your spine. Hold it for a nice deep breath. And then slowly lower your knees to the ground. Exhale, bend the elbows and gently lower yourself all the way to the ground. Elbows stay close to the body. Inhale for baby cobra. Press the tops of your feet into the ground and use your spine to lift your chest. Exhale down, take 2 just like that. Inhale, lift. See if you can go higher. Exhale down. 1 more, inhale, lift. Exhale down. Tuck the toes, send it back up into your plank and then to downward facing dog. Just catch your breath. Start to walk forwards once again between the hands. This time go straight into your half lift. Hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise all the way up. Hands touch above the head, look up. And come all the way back to your fold. Plant your hands shoulder distance, step your right leg back into a runner's lunge. Just find a little rock, forwards and back, and then step it to plank. tuck your tailbone. Don't allow your bum to be lifted or to be sinking. Keep it in line with your head. Hug your belly button back. Taking the knees to the ground. Exhale down for your chaturanga. Elbows stay close to the body. Come all the way to the chest. Taking your baby cobra, inhale, lift. From here, lift your feet and your thighs off the ground, as well as your hands, and look forward. This is locust pose, and absolutely wonderful for strengthening that spine. Squeeze your glutes, raise everything. Then plant your hands and send it back up to your plank. And then back to downward facing dog. Catch your breath. Look forwards. Now this time, if you can, lift your left leg and step it between your hands. Coming forwards, step between the hands. From here, lift your left arm to the sky, look up and twist. Now start to dip your hips to the ground and taking that left hand down towards this left leg, look down towards your left toes. Your right toes, sorry. And then come back to a runner's lunge. And stepping that back foot to meet the front, fold. Inhale, half lift, hands to your shins, look forward. And fold again. Roll the spine all the way up to standing, hands above the head, look up. And then exhale, fold straight away from the hips. Plant the hands, step the left foot back into a runner's lunge. But from your runner's lunge, play around with straightening the front leg, which would be your pyramid pose. You may not get it straight, you may only just about start to straighten it. But as long as you feel a slight stretch at the back of the right hamstring, then you've got it. So just take a couple more just like this, rocking back and forth, straightening as best you can. Plant the hands shoulder distance, step back, plank. Now take an easy chaturanga by taking the knees to the floor, or you can take a more intermediate version and lower yourself halfway chaturanga and lift yourself up to upward facing dog. Or you may be in cobra right now, and that's okay. Baby cobra, and then send your hips up and back into a downward facing dog. Catch your breath, breathe deep. Look between your hands, lift your right leg, bend it, draw it to the chest. Step between the hands. Back into a runner's lunge, but lift the right arm to the sky, look up. Keep the back knee locked and that leg nice and straight. Start to dip your right hip down to the ground. Look towards your right feet and bring your left arm down. your right arm down. I don't know my right from my left. Oh dear. And now come back to your runner's lunge. From your runner's lunge, we're going to start to play around with straightening the front leg. So just finding that rock again. Don't worry if you can't fully straighten. Just do what you can. Taking one more straighten here. Rock forward back to your runner's lunge. Plant your hands nice and firm. Step back into plank. Squeeze your glutes. You've got this. And then take a full chaturanga, or drop the knees to the ground and take a cobra once you've reached the floor with your stomach. If you're taking a full chaturanga, then bend the elbows halfway, upward facing dog. Lift your knees off the ground and up dog, and send your tailbone up and back to your downward facing dog. Taking 3 breaths here. From here, draw your feet together, bend your knees wider than your mat, and send your tailbone all the way to the floor for a wide-legged child's pose. Bring your forehead to the ground and extend your arms. Come into a nice natural breath here. And then start to deepen it again. Breathing deep into the back body and into the hips. They may feel quite tight, your hips. Perhaps they're quite lifted above your heels. Then you may just want to pause the video, grab a pillow and place that pillow between your bum and your feet. From here, lift yourself up, turn your hands around to face your body, so your fingertips face your body, the thumbs are on the outside edges. Just finding that back of the arm and hand stretch. Maybe rocking from side to side. Bending the elbows to get deeper. And then come up off the hands. Make your way into a comfortable seat of your choice. Just sit up tall through the spine. Taking the tops of the hands to the knees. Close your eyes. Drop your shoulders back and down, and we're just going to take a moment here for complete silence and to allow the short practice but very healing practice we just did to sink in. Become aware that that's all you need today. So just bring your breath back to its natural rhythm, keeping the eyes closed. Just sit here in total silence just for a moment with me. Try not to skip this part. You can stay here in silence for as long as you like, or you can end the practice with me. Just start to deepen your breath. Give your head a couple of rolls from one side to the other. Taking one more roll over to the opposite shoulder. And then bring your head back to center. Inhale the hands to the sky. Allow your face to follow, but your eyes to stay closed. And draw your hands to your heart center in prayer. Bow your head. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on this short yet sweet practice. I really hope it just got some fire going, but maybe just filled that gap of the times when you need something but you don't have a lot of time. Especially if you're a mum or you're somebody who works full time, sometimes you just don't have time for half an hour to an hour's practice. So I really hope that this helped you today. Until next time, namaste everybody.